A San Antonio hospital is honoring a family who made the ultimate gift to give to save the lives of several other children. YouTube star Brittany Boren Leach is mourning her infant son named Crew. The 3-month-old was found unresponsive after a nap on Christmas Day. He was rushed to Methodist Children's Hospital but passed away. His family decided to donate his organs to potentially save 3 or 4 other babies' lives. And today, the hospital raised a Donate Life flag in baby Crew's honor. They paid respect to his life and they thanked his family for courageously helping other children who are awaiting donations. You can join the Donate Life Texas Registry and give hope to thousands of people who are awaiting transplants. For more information, go to donatelifetexas.org.